So I come into church, I'm a pastor. I sit down. I'm pastoring the church. I'm living in integrity. I'm doing what I know I should do. And then people come to church, they tell lies. They fake testimonies. They do all kinds of stuff. And people say, I'm the one that arranged it. Oh, all these pastors, they're arranging testimony. And because I know I'm a man of integrity, I don't arrange testimony. I become sensitive. Anytime people are sharing testimony, I need to be sure. And then someone comes into my church and tells me she studied law for 10 years. And she's speaking English like a village person. And I'm wondering, law, you need to talk in the courts and argue cases. You can't speak well. And I'm wondering, hey, make this one not be another testimony. I'm a human being. I'm anointed, but I'm human. I'm anointed, but I'm sensitive to the accusations upon my integrity. And I'm wondering. And then I hear BS in law. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm like, law. I thought it's D, whatever. Is it BSc? Then in order to save millions of people from a station that we may hear tomorrow that, they arrange testimony, I stood up and I approached them. I said, please, what did you say you studied? I asked the question once. She said, I asked again. And I said, you are lying. Because from my estimation, as a human being, your English is not qualified. Your qualification is out of, so something must be wrong. Later, I find out that I'm wrong. We have met our daughter, we have forgiven ourselves, we have settled, we have moved on. But you refuse to move on. Why? Because you now want to take Panadol for somebody else's headache. Now the person is getting free plot of land, getting endorsements. Now that means that when I was manifesting, God was at work. Even though what I did was wrong, I was sincere, but sincerely wrong. But God used the situation and circumstance to promote her, so that 10 years of labor, will become 10 days of harvest. And in 10 days, what she has not gotten in 10 years is coming.
Now, for the sake of context, Dr. Olumide was talking about the testimony saga. Some time ago, there was this testimony saga between Dr. Paul and Miss Vera. You know, the lady that came up to give a particular testimony about BSc and all that. Just like he said, it generated a lot of social media reactions and all that. But the most important thing is, for the first time, a pastor was called out. Like, people were criticizing a pastor because he did not tolerate mediocrity. That is one. Secondly, he also did not tolerate a testimony that, by all standard, I mean, for those that are intelligent, there were so many inconsistencies. Now, the criticism of the pastor, you know, people came up with a lot of things to criticize the pastor. And once again, we were reminded that the criticism that people do to most pastors is not because of what these pastors are doing or they are not doing. People just have to criticize. So they have to look for ways. Things will always come up to use to criticize. So it is constant. Any issue that has to do with pastors, they are already subjective. They are already subjective. So it doesn't matter. They just have to criticize. But then again, we always use it as a reference that there was a time a pastor called out something that was not consistent and he was criticized for it.